Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Before I start, let me begin with a question. Have you ever told yourself you will go take a shower at 7, and then you start scrolling on your phone, and suddenly it's 7:06? So you think, okay, fine, then I'll go at 7:30, I promise. Then somehow it becomes 8 or 9 or 9, and then you fall asleep. Another example, sometimes replying to a message takes only 10 seconds, right? But when we see the notifications, we think, I'll reply later. And then an hour passes, 2 hours, and suddenly the person texts again and saying, bro, are you still alive? Many of us have moments like this, and they are not new. People have always procrastinated, but in modern society, it becomes even more common. With our phones, endless notifications, and constant stress from our school or work, it becomes easier than ever to delay what we need to do. So today, the main point I want to share is this. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy. It is a common modern problem that comes from both our psychological habits and the way modern technology is designed to hold our attention. But the good news is, with the right strategies, we can actually manage it. So in my speech today, I'd like to talk about 3 important parts. First, I'll explain why modern procrastination has become such a serious problem. Second, I'll talk about the main causes, both psychological and technological. And finally, I'll introduce several practical solutions that can help you reduce procrastination in daily life. So let's begin with the first part. Why procrastination has become such a serious problem in modern life. In modern life, procrastination shows up in many simple but familiar ways. For example, we plan to sleep early, but one quick scroll on our phone turns into staying up late. Or we sit down to study, but suddenly we feel the urge to reorganize our entire desk instead of starting work. Sometimes we click on just one YouTube or TikTok video, but the algorithm keeps recommending more and we lose track of time. These small moments show how easy it is for everyday distractions and for everyday technical distractions to pull us away from what we plan to do. But these everyday examples are just the beginning. Procrastination actually has deeper effects on our daily life. Procrastination doesn't just affect our work. It also affects our daily life in many different ways. First, it increases stress because when we wait until the last minute, we rush, we panic, and feel more pressure. Second, it lowers our productivity because so much of our time is spent avoiding the task instead of doing it. And finally, it harms our well-being because we may feel guilty, we may feel anxious, or even lose sleep, which makes us feel even worse the next day. These effects are not just personal experiences. They also reflect a growing trend among students. Recent research shows that procrastination becomes even more common among students. For example, one study reported that 84% of 600 students regularly procrastinate. And a newer study also showed a rising trend, especially with increased digital distractions. This issue matters because modern students now face heavier academic pressure, constant notifications, and more stress than before. Procrastination doesn't just delay our work, it also affects grades, sleep, and long-term habits. That's why understanding this problem is important for both our psychological performance and overall well-being. To understand why this problem is so common, we need to look at its underlying causes. technology plays a major role in modern procrastination. First, we experience instant gratification, which means we naturally prefer the activities that can give us quick pleasure, like scrolling on our phone, instead of long-term goals. Second, there's a task aversion. Research shows that when a task feels boring or stressful, we avoid it to protect our mood. Third, fear of failure also contributes. Students may delay starting because they worry the result won't be good enough. These psychological patterns make procrastination feel like almost automatic. But these psychological patterns are just a part of procrastination. Technology also plays a powerful role. Apps today use infinite scrolling, so there's always more to see, making it harder to stop. Like they design infinite scrolling, so they keep recommending videos that can got us hooked. And they also design with attention-grabbing features like algorithms, autoplay, and colorful alerts to keep us engaged for as long as possible. And we also get constant notifications, which means we got interrupted by these apps. And psychology and technology don't just affect procrastination separately, they interact. First, technology creates easy trigger to amplify our natural desire for quick rewards. Research on present bias shows that we naturally prefer immediate pleasure, and apps provide exactly that through instant likes, videos, and messages. Second, digital distractions strengthen task avoidance. Studies in attention switching shows that even small interruptions, like notifications, make it easier for us to escape the task we feel bored or stressed about. And finally, it forms a habit loop. Experts like Tristan Harris explain that apps are intentionally designed to hold our attention. And when this design combines with our psychological tendencies, procrastination becomes a repeated pattern. So now we understand why procrastination happens. Now the next question is, what can we actually do about it? First, we can break large tasks into smaller steps. Big assignments often feel overwhelming, which makes us delay starting them. By dividing tasks into smaller, clear, and manageable steps, can make the work feel less stressful. Pomodoro technique is also helpful. Working for 25 minutes and then take a short break can help us stay focused without burning out. Second, we have to manage technology and distractions. Our phones and apps are designed to hold our attention, so it is important to set boundaries. Using focus mode, turning off unnecessary notifications, and blocking those distracting apps during the study time can greatly improve our concentration. Third, here's a simple but powerful method called the 2 minutes rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. For bigger tasks, committing to just 2 minutes can lower resistance and help us get started. Once you begin, continuing will be much easier. Finally, reward systems and accountability partner is also helpful. Giving yourself a small reward after you completing a goal can increase motivation. Having a friend or study partner that can check your progress can help you stay committed. These strategies may seem simple, but together they can help us reduce procrastination and help us regain control of our time. Again, procrastination isn't just about being lazy, so you don't have to keep blaming yourself, but to find out the real problems and your own solutions, and keep practicing day by day, and you will get better and better. Thank you for your listening.